I feel that certain things we have to go through. We have to try it to see if we find fulfillment in things, or in praise, or in wealth, or in fame, or in whatever. God gives space for that. We must try. So that when you leave it, you can leave it authentically. So I wouldn't put anything in the way of that will go. At a certain point, it comes a time when we are right and ready. We may not even be aware of that. But this is why I say that something is taken care of each form, each soul, a journey like that. You will just, you may have all this knowledge available to you at some point, but you will not be ready for it until you are ready for it.
Part of me on my own path has like really wanted to, support people on realizing that path, and for myself at times really wanting it.
Yes.
And at the same time, it feels like it happens in perfect harmony with when it's supposed to. Would you say that?
Yes, I do. I agree. Yes.
So then, can we do things to quicken our awakening, or is it really just awakening happens as it should, as it's supposed to?
It's not so accidental in some way. We are always doing something to... your intention is very important. If the intention is, I want to know more, I want to grow more, I want to, or even could be, I want to dissolve more from all these ideas that are so cherished, but they're not bearing fruit. Help me to unplug from them. You see? Mm-hmm. You find your way gradually. You find often your way by finding what is really not your way anymore. We outgrow certain kind of practices, and it becomes more, we feel pulled in a certain direction that your mind may not consciously recognize, but turns out to be fruitful. And like this, it helps us to grow in faith and to trust more that there is some power that is watching out for you in that way. As you get more mature, it becomes much more easy to see this, and to your advantage also, that you don't stand in your own way.
I definitely feel like at times I stand in my own way, and the memory of personhood slips back in unconsciously, yes. Right? And so, for my own path and for the listeners tuning in, how, for the desire and the intention to want to identify and see and operate from the pure witness, and to know that as who we are more throughout our days. Sri Nisargadatta says we're looking for the house, never having left home.
Yes.
Right. And Francis of Assisi says the place we're looking for is the place we're looking from.
Yes.
This pure witness deep within, I taste it. I get more and more moments of it. But for what to do when you slip into those unconscious ways, and the memory of who we have been is that conditioning is very strong.
All of it is included in the journey. All of it, the slipping back, and there is something in it. Sometimes we may imagine that we have left something, but there's still more to come. So the great consciousness brings you back. Sometimes failure is part of succeeding, just in the same way like sickness can be a part of health also. So these things, we must not lament too much about them, The key is to persist and to always hold high thoughts about it, that it cannot be mainly about knowledge in that way. The knowledge must combust into actual experience. It must bear fruit in that way. And it's only then that it becomes alive. It cannot be alive only informationally. It has to somehow be transformative. You will feel the change in your life, and deep within, not just externally, but you'll experience deep within. And these are not changes that can be gauged by scientific study. It's more intuitive. As the intuitive areas in your life open up, your capacity to perceive in ways far beyond the earlier stages are growing, and they are full of joy. It's a joy when we are coming to see the things that are beyond the common mind, to intuit in that way. It's a great beauty, and It's all in you. It's all just waiting to be discovered more and more. We must overcome the influence of the psychological identity, but it takes time. And